He's 11, starting guard, number 24, Kobe Garcia.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play a chance to check out some stats for Keldon Johnson.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
So here are the Jazz starting 5. Collins and Kessler, they're in the middle. Clarkson the 2, and Markkanen is the 3. And it's George in at the point guard. And for the Spurs, Zohan and Wemby are the bigs. Then there's Chris Paul, then it's Keldon Johnson, and it's Big Cat in at the shooting guard position. And this NBA season, it's a marathon. We're about mile 5 of 26.
Right? So you have to pace yourself. Yes, you give it your all every night on the floor, but it's up to coaches to kind of monitor minutes, not wear their guys down.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Zohan. Here's Garcia. He's covered by Clarkson. And the basket by Garcia.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Collins with a screen on Paul. Clarkson outside. Off target from three-point range. On offense, here are the Spurs. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. George scanning the floor. For 3, Collins. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And this is a part of Collins' game that's really evolved, hitting jumpers and catch and shoot.
Here's Garcia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
And they pick up 2.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Collins with the rebound. For Utah, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Markkanen. Clarkson outside. Kessler a screen. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Here's Garcia. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
And Allie, thanks. And the Spurs making a change here. Vassell's checked in, and a switch here also for Utah. Sexton's checked in. Markkanen against Vassell. Outside Sexton. Top of the key. Utah with another miss. And it's Paul with the ball for San Antonio. It's a 5-point game. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Yeah, the reserves added another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
I appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Spurs lead by 5. 1:25 left in the first. Wembanyama finds Vassell. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Outside Sexton.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Clarkson's checked in for Utah. And the basket by Garcia.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Now here's Clarkson. He's covered closely. And Big Cat pulls it down.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily.
Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Ball against Sexton. Pass to Markkanen. There's a screen. All sorts of time. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Garcia. Oh, big finish! Wow!
Okay, I see you.
And he slams it in one-handed.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond. Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
I just love the ball movement.
Clarkson outside with 4 on the clock. No good. And so it's San Antonio now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. Fast break points a key to this lead. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep...
So both teams making some changes here. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Up front, they're going with Johnson and Wemby. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Castle. And it's Big Cat in at shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. 2 points. That one goes. Garcia's got 20 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Outside for Sexton. Drives to the hoop, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The nimbleness of Sexton on the drive makes him tough to stop. He can just squeeze right past you.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Collins a screen, takes the 3, and it's Colin Sexton with the 3. Sexton's got 7 points here in the quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Wembanyama. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Sexton, and there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Utah with a change here too. Clarkson's checked in for Sexton. Clarkson for 3. Barnes with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Johnson passes to Wembanyama. Drains the triple. Wembanyama's got 7 points in the game.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama, a big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
George finds Collins. Back to George. It's Markkanen on the wing. No good on the 3. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 16-7 run.
Oh my goodness! How about that? They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Clarkson passes to Collins. Rebound by San Antonio. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
And so it's San Antonio, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway, and before we talk about the first half of this game, let's see those power rankings.
You take a look at the Spurs, they're on a mission. You can tell. They came into the season locked and loaded, making a statement here early on, Ernie.
Still a lot of season left, but you couldn't ask for a better start from them. And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
So the Jazz 5 right now. Markkanen and Collins the 3 and 4. Jordan Clarkson is out there with George. And it's Kessler in at the 5.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so it's Utah with it. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. It'll be the first of 5 games in a row at home. Clarkson for 3. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Jazz ball.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Here's George. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. And he lobs it up to the rim.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Clock is at 3 from about 16.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4. They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Garcia, no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let them get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Paul. Wembanyama against Kessler. And the basket by Garcia. Garcia's got 6 here in the quarter.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
George for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped. Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Johnson passes to Big Cat. 16 feet out, and there's another one for the Spurs.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Kessler. George against Paul. George's shot is off.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
And the basket by Garcia.
And they're really working the paint now.
Here's George. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Clarkson outside. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
3 points.
George has got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Garcia. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Garcia's got 13 points in this quarter. Up top, George. He's guarded by Paul. George's shot is off.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Collins. And here's George. Collins with a screen on Paul. And he's going for the oop here. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Ooh, an incredible double clutch dunk.
As his career has progressed, Johnson has really improved as a playmaker.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Clarkson, right side. They need this. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Utah's ball.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
There's 6 seconds left in the third. The three from Sexton. That one no good. And so the San Antonio Spurs showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we leave, we present our player of the game.